Q3 earnings are coming. What are your expectations and why? Is there anything you're looking out for, and is this a crucial quarter for Palantir due to previous disappointments? Well, the answer is every quarter is crucial for Palantir, as it is for most companies in this macro environment. Earnings are very important, and when we talk about earnings for Palantir, we are largely discussing Palantir's top-line growth for revenues. So I focus mostly on Palantir's revenue growth and how they're best able to continue to grow, because the profits will come in the future. So here's my revenue analysis table, where I measure Palantir's revenue, their percentage change quarter over quarter, that change year over year, what it generally tracks to, as well as the guidance and the surprise on the guidance. So we'll see that Palantir's guidance in more recent quarters hasn't really been surpassed by their actual results, as you'll see only a 1% surprise in these most recent 2 quarters compared to previous surprises on top of guidance, as you could call beats, by more than that, 4%, 2%, 4%, 3%, a big 7% before, and we really haven't been getting any big revenue beats, and the revenue growth has been slowing. So what am I expecting for this quarter? Well, in Q3 of 2022, I'm expecting Palantir to deliver a beat of about 1.5%. So pretty similar to what they've been doing here. Guidance for Q3 of 2022 is 474 to 475 million, and I think they will beat this by 1 to 2%. A lot of contracts have been coming in more recently that might not necessarily have hit the financials in Q3, but will certainly be setting up for a strong Q4 and going forward. So Palantir is only guiding for 0.4% quarter over quarter growth, 21% year over year growth, very short of that 30% growth that they've been saying that they will be able to achieve. And just if you're interested, a stretch goal sort of way out there would be 500 million, corresponding to 28% year over year. So if they did put up somehow over 500 million, that would be that 30% that they're looking for. But again, I'm expecting this quarter to be a little better than the last 2 in terms of growth, but not nearly anywhere near that 30% figure that Palantir needs to start working back to. And just for some context, here are my estimates in blue over the last 5 periods that I've been providing a projection, as well as Palantir's guidance in green and the actual revenues in gray. You'll see Palantir's guidance has historically been under 2%, 2% below the actual revenue, and my estimates have been about 2% above the actual revenue. So I'm trying to get more in line with what the actual figures turn out to be, but as you'll see, we're both fairly close, what Palantir is estimating and what I'm estimating on the flip side of what it actually turns out to be. So I wouldn't expect a large deviation from 482 million, plus or minus a few percentage points. And it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but I'm definitely hoping for there to be a surprise to the upside, as I think Palantir could have one, but I'm once again trying to be fairly conservative in this manner. And I think overall it should be a fairly solid quarter for Palantir, and it's going to be driven by their client growth that they're able to talk about, the commercial revenue getting going again, and of course that $700 million or $800 million or so of deal value that they got in September that they'll be able to talk about. And so I think it's going to be a great conference call for Palantir.